Yeah, so exactly. That is 1,000% my fucking point. That has been my point the whole time, okay? And I don't recognize your username, so I don't know how much you know about me, my page, the history, the lore, whatever. That is my point. All candles, regardless of my artistic, witchy design or aesthetic to them, is a fire hazard. And so if you don't feel comfortable with a candle that has extra addition to their already risk, okay? So a plain candle, just wax and a wick, is already a risk. If you don't want the extra risk, having them with crystals and flowers in them, that is totally fine. My whole point is that you don't have to buy it. You don't have to like it. You don't have to be involved in it at all. Because here's the thing, just as much as you may not buy a regular wax, paraffin, Walmart, Yankee candle because you don't want the fire hazard or whatever reason that you don't buy any candles, that does, like, same reason why maybe you leave me alone for mine. You don't see people going after Yankee Candle and being like, this is a fire hazard. Like, you need to go out of business. You need to stop doing what you're doing. And I need to micromanage you. And I need to warn everybody because everyone's so fucking stupid that they can't understand that a candle's a fire hazard. My whole point the entire time has been that all candles are fire hazards. Yes, obviously, common sense. Okay, we're adults here. I don't talk to children this way. If you are under 12 years old, I would not talk to you this way about a candle. If you're like 15 and older, common sense people, a candle's a fire hazard. Yes, but also my candles, they are altar pieces. Some people buy them strictly for the altar centerpiece, for the art and the symbolic representation. They don't light them. I personally light them. I have burning instructions. I have safety instructions. I have aftercare instructions. These are candles that are made for meditative purposes and ritual workings. You are not supposed to light them and walk away. You're not supposed to do that with any candle ever, actually, but people will walk away from a pillar candle or a tea light candle before they'll walk away from one of my candles. Or people will walk away with these. People are risky beings regardless. It's just, my whole point is you don't have to accept the risk. If you don't want to accept the risk, that's fine. I am tired of constantly having to fight for my life in my artwork because people just, for whatever reason, in my other videos, which those are old videos, I'm doing a reflection tour. And this is something I have dealt with for years. And it's like, hey, yeah, no, they're fire hazards. I get it. And it's not it's dead and gone. People don't need to keep commenting and trying to save people from my art, my candle, my whatever, because that's what it is. It's trying to make me look dumb, trying to put me down, and trying to save people from an experience that I'm offering, which I'm not forcing people into. This is an invitation to experience the magic that I do. I do this for myself. I use my candles. I'm looking at the candles that I've made with the flowers, with everything. I use them for myself. And I make really beautiful designs. And if other people want them, I offer them for people. My whole point is if you don't like it or are adverse to the risk for any reason, I respect that. Your boundary. I'm not forcing you to buy these. I'm not forcing you to accept them. But I'm not going to allow you to, diminish what it is that I'm doing because it's not for you. So when I tell people, if you don't like it, just don't waste your time. And it builds up, and then people only see me finally be rude. And that was my whole point. They're like, well, you're being unprofessional. I'm like, no, I very politely said, if this is not for you, please just move on. And then they keep badgering you, and then they spam multiple videos, and then they get their friends or their little internet people, and then everyone just starts attacking you. And it's like, well, no, we just need to educate you, Sarah. We need to educate you, Miss Weird Curations, because you're obviously so fucking stupid. You don't understand that a candle is a fire hazard. When my whole point is all candles are fire hazard. Your fucking oven, your stove, the electricity in your house, your apartment, wherever you live, that's all a fire hazard. There's a lot of risk in life, and if you're not being dumb about it, or accidents happen, okay? It's not even about being dumb, okay? Let's take intelligence out of this. It's not even about that. Accidents happen, and if you're paying attention, you can easily diminish it from becoming something catastrophic. All right. So that's like the whole thing. There's warning labels, there's burn care instructions, that's all of it. So as I have spent years defending, explaining, I am not unaware that all candles are fire hazards. And it's not the opinion I was talking about is whether people like them or not. You are entitled to your opinion and your personal decision to like them, to use them, to buy them, to make them for yourself, or do whatever you want. You do not get to tell me that I am not allowed to make them, or that it's too risky to exist when I have burned hundreds of them, not thousands. I'm not at the thousands yet. I actually don't know. I've been doing this since 21, so I might be getting close to 1,000 mark. I know I make close to a few hundred candles a year, so I don't know. Well, I'd have to calculate that, but I have proven, I have countless time lapses, because here's the thing, generally speaking, most people don't burn huge candles for hours at a time. Actually, burning a candle for more than 4 hours isn't the best. I accept the risk because I'm also like next to it, but I will burn a candle 4 hours, like all day long on a time lapse, and show people how far it goes. That's not necessarily the best thing to do for the candle integrity, because then the wicks move. On average, candles are burned for 1 to 2 hours, blah, blah, blah. But again, magical ritual candles, so how you use them is different. But I have showed people, worst case scenario, you are completely unhinged, you burn this baby all day long, this is what's going to happen. Oh, the rose caught on fire, you see me, if you slow down the time lapse or if you pay attention, you see me putting the rose out. They're also coated in wax, so they go out. And then at the bottom, again, you're following my burn instructions, you're taking things out at certain times, you're alchemizing. It is a hands-on candle, it is a ritual talisman. So my candles are not just your average candle, it's different, and I've never claimed for it to be otherwise. I know there are other like witchy spell candles on here, and it's all about presentation. Like the ones in like these tiny little jars that have a bunch of stuff, like I've used them, it's a huge bonfire and the glass cracks. And here's the thing, I still believe in those having a purpose and a reason, and I used it in my practice, how I used it, and I didn't tell that creator that they made a bad candle and that they should do something different, because I saw the purpose, the intention, and the message within why it burned the way that burned for a reason. But equally, at the same time, you want a wider top opening and base, and you want to spread things out, and then you want to like drip wax to coat the herbs so that way they smolder more than catch a flame. All right, so again, the people that I was talking about, they were talking about an opinion, not the fact that all candles are fire hazards. So I hope that this little tangent cleared some things up and got everyone up to speed on what it is that I am even debating or communicating about.